Welcome. I'm Aurora Davidson, CEO of Amerigo, and I'm happy to provide a brief update as our transformational story continues. At the end of February 2022, we released our latest earnings report and held our quarterly call, where I provided details on Amerigo's latest results. As always, you can find the reports and the call transcripts on our website, but here's the summary. Operations in 2022 were smooth and went according to plan. We continue to produce copper from mining waste. We generated good cash flows, which supports our very successful return of capital strategy. Our production guidance for 2023 is stable with last year's levels, and so with copper prices rebounding, we think we'll be able to pay performance dividends to shareholders this year, something we wanted to do before the tremendous market disruption in late spring of 2022. I want to tell you more about Amerigo's return of capital strategy. I believe it's a tremendous driver of our investment returns to shareholders, and the story is only getting better. We maintained our quarterly dividend to shareholders throughout last year despite copper price volatility. This is an essential part of our strategy I'd like to drive home. We have proven that we can sustain that quarterly dividend during periods of copper price weakness. Copper prices are now consolidating around $4 a pound. We think a $4 copper is the minimum needed to keep the world barely supplied with copper, and it's a pivot point that determines the short-term direction of our return of capital strategy. Below $4, you should think of quarterly dividends and share buybacks. Above $4, think of quarterly dividends, accelerated share buybacks, and performance dividends. If you bought Amerigo shares on the last day of 2021, your dividend return was over 9%. Since the start of Amerigo's return of capital policy in October of 2021, we have also repurchased a significant number of shares, completing 2 buyback programs and retiring almost 10% of Amerigo's shares. The TSX let us start a new share buyback program in December of last year, and we already bought back over 455,000 shares. With this program, we can retire another 6% of the company's stock, or almost 11 million shares. These are remarkable reductions, and our dividend payments are being spread out over fewer and fewer outstanding shares. Over time, this will allow us to move the quarterly dividend even higher. And that brings me to the third part of our plan to return capital to shareholders. These are performance dividends, which is, in my opinion, the most exciting part of the plan. I expect we'll be able to use them when copper prices consolidate a bit more at these levels and then move higher. Performance dividends are exciting for shareholders because we can declare them at any time and for any amount. They're the most flexible of all our tools to return cash, and the upside is virtually limitless. Remember, performance dividends will not replace the quarterly dividends. They will add on them. To finish, let me say that copper prices are determined like the price of any other item. How much demand is there? How much can be produced, and how much is in the closet to fall back on? The answers are, there is a lot of demand and growing fast. Supply is struggling to stay at current levels, and there is nothing left in the closet. Amerigo can't control copper prices, so we focus on what we can control. Every day, it's getting harder to make a pound of copper. But Amerigo's operations are predictable and stable. That translates to predictability in returning capital to shareholders at desirable rates of return. There is also an additional upside because of the fundamental strength in copper prices, and we look forward to using performance dividends to make our investment returns even better. I hope this message has shown you the attractiveness of our investment proposition. And I'm always here to answer questions. I welcome you all as shareholders and look forward to an exciting journey with you.